So I'm still laying down right now. It's 11:58. Um, I just had a dream not too long ago. And I usually don't be sharing my dreams, yo, but sometimes I share them with like certain family members. But I had to share this one. My birthday not even that far. My birthday November the 7th. But yo, I don't understand. I'm trying to figure out. I'm had to ask them. I don't know, yo. It's just I gotta figure out why the Most High like let me see this dream like the way it was. It was just crazy, dog. So I'm gonna try to see if I can piece it together. I was with some people, like I don't know, yo, like I know it was some family members, and like we was coming up the street or something like that, yo. It's just it looked like a weird town we was at. It wasn't in Baltimore City, or it could have been though, but it kind of looked like a big, like a real big city, like it was I don't know, like almost like a movie set type city or something. You know what I mean? But anyway, we was like walking down the street, and next thing you know, we just saw people like flying past or like floating past. Like it, the way it was looking, almost like these pictures. That's why I was trying to look some stuff up. But yo, they was like they wasn't floating up really. They was like floating sideways. Like it was like something picking them up, and they just was going down the street. Like you know what I mean? Like it just I just seen, and it was crazy because it was all types of colors. Like it wasn't even really like all black people and all of the other stuff like that, but it was just like people floating past and all that. And then I remember whoever I was with, we was getting close to the people. We was getting close to them because we was all shocked. We like, what the hell going on? Why these people floating like that? And we like, let me turn this on airplane mode. And we trying to figure out like why they floating past like that. So I remember a lady, we was coming up, and then there was a lady to my right side, and she was saying something. And then like I said, I'm just trying to remember some of the dreams. She was saying something though, but then she was like, and then I think I said like, well, what the hell? I said, yeah, I said, well, when people died, all they doing is just like they sleeping. I said, cause they, and that just, I don't know. I never really said this before. I might have heard somebody say it, but I was like, yeah, when people die, they just sleeping. And then I was like, a lot of people think when people die, they just going to heaven or hell. I said, no, they just really just, sleeping right now until everything, when everybody about to get judged or when everything is about to get put into position. And it was a black lady I was talking to. I don't know who she was though. But then I turned to my left and I saw my nephew. See, the thing about this was, yo, it's like both of my nephews and my niece passed away, between a couple years apart. And my nephew just passed away July the 2nd. So he was actually in a dream. I'm gonna try to just go like he was like, yo, when the people was flying past and all that, my nephew was alive, the one that just passed away. He was alive and all that. And then, he said something to me, and then I was like, yo, I think you gonna see your brother, because he missed his brother a lot. My other nephew that passed away. And he was like, nah man, I don't think I'm gonna see him and all that. But then like, people was floating past, and we could hear like people talking, yo, voices. They was calling out for certain people, yo. This was crazy. Like the people that was floating past, it looked like, what I mean, they was trying to call out certain people that was living so they could just get their attention. And then like as we was walking down the street after this, just still seeing the bodies floating and all that, that's when my other nephew actually did call his name. Like we was looking, and then we like turned around something. It was like a little corner or something like that. But we could see, I could actually see my nephew, dog. Like, and he was like, it would look like an angel or something like that. But he was calling his name, and then he seen him and all that. And then we was like, damn, what the hell? And then that's when my nephew, like, he was real happy that he seen him and things like that. And then I don't know, yeah, I guess we walked somewhere else. And then like we walked to like somebody's house. There was some girls out there. And then like I think my nephew, we was sitting down on the steps. And he had it. It's crazy because he had a little drink in his hand and stuff like because he was still. That's how he was, yo. Like when he, on his birthday party, he was drinking and smoking and all that. But he had a little drink in his hand. But then the thing about it was, I stood up and I was talking to this girl, and the girl, I don't know who she was, yo, but I know for a fact that the girl knew me and him. And I was telling the girl, I was like, yeah, man, see my nephew right here. Cause he was over there doing like he was trying to talk to her or something like that. It was like two girls we knew, but I was telling the one girl. Yeah, matter of fact, I was telling the one. No, when the girl came out the house, my nephew was trying to talk to her. She seen him. He wasn't like a ghost or nothing. Cause I thought he was alive, but it's crazy. When she was coming out the house, and I'm talking about my other nephew just passed away. When she was coming out the house, I was letting her know. I was like, yeah, my nephew right there. You see him and all that. She was like, yeah, and then I was like, yeah, yo, he passed away like a couple of months ago. And then she was like, huh, that's crazy. And then it's crazy because my nephew, like, cause we was hanging. So like I said, me and him was on the steps. And then, but he heard me say that. And then he, like his body or something, like he was just sad. And then he kept falling on the ground or it was something was crazy though, because he didn't even know he was like, deceased. He didn't even know that until I told a girl that. I was trying to whisper it to her a little bit, but I was loud though. I was like, yo, see my nephew right there? I said, yeah, he died a couple months ago. He didn't even know that. And I mean, this shit is just weird though. Like my brain hurting just talking about it right now. And then like I said, when that happened, I don't know, yo, it just was some more bodies floating past. And then I seen my niece. You know what I mean? And then it's crazy because I think my other nieces and her sisters and all of them, they popped up out of somewhere. I don't know where we was at. I don't know if we was going to somebody's house. I don't know if we was going to a party or what though. But she came across and all this other stuff like that too, man. And I heard her screaming out people's names, and we seen her too. And I was like, damn, like all these faces and all that was like bright lights, but you could see them, exactly how they look. And then after this, like I said, whoever house we was at, some type of girl house, I went in the basement after like I said that loud with my nephew, which is like, I don't know, wherever he went at, I don't know, but he was like sad after I said that, he passed away. He didn't even really know that. But then I went into the basement and I just started thinking about stuff. And this the thing about like dreams. Like sometimes I'll be thinking I'm woke already, but I'm not even woke. But I go into the girl basement or somebody basement and all that. And I went to sit down and all that. And then I heard it was a voice again. I'm like, what the hell going on? So I don't know how the basement was. I think I must have been around the steps or something like that. So I'm coming around the steps. And then I actually see my nephew again and all that. Which is my other nephew. It's just, I know it's a whole bunch of nephews. The story might go sound crazy, but my nephew, the one I thought was alive, and the one was missing his brother, that's who it was and all that. His brother came back in the basement. And I'm like, yo, like we was talking about something and all that. But then I remember I was like, yo, I'm glad to see you and all that. And I was trying to maybe ask questions like where everybody going at and things like that. So I don't know, yo. I just had to share this. I was about to say movie, what I mean? But I just had to share this dream because it was just weird. Like me telling a lady, like, yo, when people die, they're not really dead. They're just sleeping right now. And, because it's like, yo. And then I'm looking at this. I guess it was talking about some rapture or, some people going, I don't know. I can't even tell you. Like I said, I believe in the Bible. I read certain things here and there. I try to get deep into it. But, it was weird, but it didn't even look like this. Like I said, it looked like they were just like the same way how cars go. Like we was walking it, like the bodies was floating everywhere, but they wasn't floating upward like that. But they was just floating and like they was all moving, like in formation. They was kind of separated, but they was just like flipping around and they wasn't even like screaming or they was hurting or anything like that. It was just like it was just crazy. It looked like somebody was just carrying them through the air and all that. So I don't know, for me to have a dream like that, man, I never had no dream like that before. And then both of my nephews and nieces participate in the dream like that. And for me to tell that girl that, hey man, my nephew passed away a couple months ago, and he just still got a drink in his hand, and he didn't even know that. Like he was just trying to still party and talk and all. And when I told him that, seemed like his body dropped. Like his body didn't want to hear that. You know what I mean? Like, or his spirit didn't want to hear that. And then, like, it was like, I remember, like, the girls and I was trying to get him up, and his body couldn't even get up no more. Like, man, movies, man. That's what I'm talking about. Like, the dream world it could be scary. It could be truthful, man. And I don't know what type of signs that is, man, but hopefully I could figure it out. I guess I would keep y'all updated on it, but I never really shared dreams, but it's a lot of dreams I could share with y'all. Y'all be like, yo, look, you need to shoot, write a movie or something, man, because it be some wild dreams I'll be having, man. And hey, yo, like, it's just, man, yo, I can't even really explain it, but it's just speechless stuff. It's your boy to the loop. Appreciate y'all. One.